Hey guys, Dan with Kane Custom Garage here, and today we're going to take a look at this old XL12 chainsaw, which is clean now, but I'm filming this intro, but I've actually got the saw halfway done, so I should have filmed the intro before I started, then you would have seen a dirty saw here, but you'll see it in the beginning of the video. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, this is what we like to do. We like to get old chainsaws running and paint them up and do weird, crazy exhaust to them sometimes, and just anything that has to do with old chainsaws or any kind of old stuff. We like to get them running. So if you like what you see today, be sure and subscribe. It helps out the channel. And so yeah, this XL12, I've been sort of hinting around that I'm gonna give it away to one of my subscribers. And I think he knows who he is, but I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. And it's going to Eric at Hotbox Pizza Truck, because he keeps going on about how he likes these metallic blue Homelites. And I got that big load of saws over there, still in a pile. It's still sort of organized. But I thought, shoot, he doesn't find very many Homelites over where he is in Florida, so I thought I'd clean this one up and send it to him. He's been with the channel since we started, and we sort of go back and forth, you know. On his channel, he does this pizza truck stuff, but he also does some chainsaw stuff because he needs wood for his wood-fired pizza truck. So he likes chainsaws. He's starting to get a collection, so you can add this one to the collection. So yeah, and he sort of knew I was hinting around, and you know, he actually sent me a few bucks for the shipping too, so that was cool. Thank you, Eric. So that's all yours, buddy. Oh yeah, it's gonna be cool. So yeah, in this video I'm gonna clean it up. We're gonna check for spark, see what she has for compression, just sort of go over the whole thing, clean up the muffler, look at the piston. So yeah, stick around. This will be a little bit longer video, not too long, maybe half hour. So I won't try to bore you with all the details, but anyways, let's get into it. Okay guys, let's take a look at this XL12 that we got from that load of saws. Look at this beast, which is actually pretty nice looking old saw. Wow, that's weird, the bar is all loose. Oh, the nuts are loose. Okay. They got some weird spacers in here. I don't know what the hell they got going on there. But yeah, I already did a little cleaning on it a little bit. Cleaned up the top cover. Look at that. That thing's going to clean up nice. So yeah, I just thought I'd show you what I do to get these old saws going. This one's going to be going for a special friend that I want to have this saw. So anyways, let's start taking it apart and see what she looks like. So yeah, so I've noticed on these Homelites, the original air cleaners, they have these brass little deals that you can sort of hold on to put it on. And it seems like the aftermarket ones, this part's rubber and it's cheesy. And see how nice this one's stay. They're formed really nicely. A lot of the aftermarket ones don't fit very good, but that one fits perfectly. Look at that. So yeah, that's an original right there. She'll clean up nicely. It's got the Tillotson carburetor on it. Let's take a look inside the fuel tank, see what that looks like. One of them stupid... It seems like every flashlight you have to beat on it to make them work. Oh, wow. Oh, looks like somebody put a filter in it not too long ago. Tank looks pretty clean. The fuel line's all intact. You might be able to run her like that. So that looks promising. So yeah, let's take this bar and chain off of here. Look at that. That's a nice Oregon Power Match chain. Looks like it never been used. So yeah, we'll take that off and clean it up. Yeah, got these. The heck is this? What in God's name? Oh wow, look at these giant washers they put on there. Wow. I mean, I guess that's cool, but it's a little excessive. I don't think I'll be putting those back on. Typical sawdust dirt. Not too terrible. Nice. It's got the wear plates. They look a little chewed up. But yeah, that's a nice barn chain on this thing. That's gonna clean up nice. The chain looks fairly new too. Oh yeah. Nice. We'll put this in my, I got a bucket of some old used fuel. I always like to dunk my old chains in. Let her soak for a little bit. All right. So there's our barn chain. Oh yeah, that thing's hardly been used. Look at that. It's gonna clean up nicely. Real nice. Hold on, let me grab something. Let's put a little simple green on it, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that thing's hardly been used. Brand new power match, pretty much. Nice. Okay, I'll clean that up later. That. Inner bar plate. They're a little worn. I might have some better ones laying around here. The sprocket doesn't look too terrible. It's a little worn. So yeah, then I like to take and I got me a little dental pick here so I can sort of go and scrape some of the heavy nasty stuff off. But try not to get too crazy with it, because we don't want to damage any of the original paint, because this one's gonna clean up nicely, where the original paint's gonna really look nice once we clean it up. Man, that thing dirty. Oh, look at that big chunk. So yeah, a little picking and a cleaning. Bust up most of the loose stuff. Oh, this thing is going to be awesome. Oh, damn, look at that nastiness. So yeah, just try and break up the heavy stuff, and then we'll come back and blow on it with the air compressor, with the compressed air. So yeah, just bust out the giant chunks that you can find. Just sort of loosen it all up a little bit. But yeah, I sort of stay away from trying to power wash these things or anything like that with water. Or like, I used to take them to the car wash, but I don't know, I don't like getting that much water, or potentially getting that much water inside the motor. That's just not good. Not good. Then we'll take the starter off. Get that off of there. is where they really get dirty. Seems like they get really nasty in that starter. So anyways, get the starter off, and my frickin' GoPro stopped again. This is really annoying. So yeah, here's the starter. It's actually not that bad inside. So yeah, we'll scrape the dirt out of that. Give that a little cleaning. So yeah, now we got this thing down to the bare bones. Nice. She feels pretty good. So yeah, I think we'll give her a little blowout. Blow some of this crap out of here. I found that's the best way to clean these things up. Stay away from the power washers and stuff like that, because you'll just end up getting water and crap where you don't want it. I did that to a chainsaw one time. I took it to the car wash and degreased it and cleaned it all up. It was an old Zip chainsaw. And then I didn't run it or anything after that, and it sat for like 6 months, and then I went to work on it, and it must have gotten water in the bearings or in the engine, because the rod bearing or the crank bearings were all froze up in it, and it was a mess. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna power wash your saws, at least try to run them after that so you can dry them out. But yeah, see, she got some stuff in there. Just try and bust it up. Bust up all the nasties. Okay. Looks like the GoPro's still running. She's still running. I think I might have had the wrong settings, because it has like this time warp mode. I don't even know what that is. And I think I accidentally had it on time warp mode, so. Anyways, I'm gonna open up the garage door so we can blow this thing off. So that's the first step to getting these old beasts running. Clean them up. Clean them up, because they've usually never been cleaned in their life. And so the cooling fins are all packed full of dirt. And so the poor thing can't cool itself. And yeah, they just seem to function a lot better when you get them clean. So all right, we're still recording. I think that's what it was. I had the stupid thing in time warp mode. Nice. It's always something, always something. Okay. She's already looking so much better. Let's get this crap out of here. Okay. So let me shut the door over here. Okay, now what should we check next? Let's check. Wow, somebody even put a new spark plug in it. Somebody was giving her a little love. Let's see if we got spark. Boy, that'll be awesome if we have spark. Wow, fairly new plug. Okay, let's see what we got. A Denso spark plug. Wow. Let's see. Which way? This way. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, she got good spark. Nice. So while we got the plug out, let's give her a little squirt of this gel lubricant. Actually, no. Let's just give her a little regular oil in here. There we go. Just a little regular oil. Give her a little something. Oh, this thing is going to be pristine. She still needs a lot of cleaning. Okay, now. So we got spark. It feels like we got good compression. We'll check that later. Now, let's see what it looks like inside this muffler. And I don't want to hit it with the impact just yet. You got to be sort of dainty with these mufflers, because you'll have broken bolts and all kinds of stuff. It looks like one's broke off already, and I'm hoping it's just the end of the stud. So let's see what this does. And I think I probably got, that muffler might clean up, but I might have a nicer one. Okay, now we can probably give it the impact. Maybe. I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's keep going just like this. Because you don't want to reef on it and hit it too hard and strip out the threads in the motor. Because yeah, see what happens is this part gets stuck on here. Okay. So yeah, threads look okay. Let's get this muffler off of here. One more bolt in here. Okay. Good. Yeah, see, this one was broke. But I got more of those. So now let's take a look. Make sure the piston's shut. Oh yeah, that thing is nice. Not too carboned up either. So we'll scrape a little more of that out of there. Okay. So yeah, I've been cleaning on her for a while. Cleaning and a wiping and a cleaning and a wiping. And a picking and a blowing. So yeah, that's what you got to do on these things. I squirted a little. Where did I use this? I had some gasoline. Put a little gas on it, a little simple green, just keep a wiping. Don't use anything too harsh though. Don't use brake clean or carb cleaner, because that'll eat the paint off of it. But look at that thing. Hardly any paint wear on the front of it. Low mileage saw. She's cleaning up. Let's get this screen off of here. They changed sizes on me. We'll take the screen off, give it a clean. They always look nice when you get the screen all clean. So yeah, we'll just keep on cleaning on it. I think I'm going to use some soap and water on the starter and the parts that we can take off. I got me a bucket of hot soapy water. Use some Dawn dish soap and some hot water. Cleans a lot of stuff nice. And then maybe some of the stuff that's extra greasy, I'll give them a little squirt of super clean. But just make sure you don't want to get it on anything that you're trying to save the paint on, because it's a nasty. So yeah, let's give this thing a little scrub, this screen. Let that dry a little bit. Now let's do this guy. This air cleaner lid. This won't take much. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's give this little air cleaner a little rinse out. We'll let that dry. Nice. And let's see what else we got. This side cover needs a little scraping. Throw that in to soak for a while. Oh yeah, we were gonna do this side cover too. Give her a little scrub. Real quick like. Nice. Nice. So there's our starter bolts all cleaned up. Nice. So let's see. Check the pawls. They work nice and free. So let's see. Before we put that starter on, I wanted to do something. I think I'm going to take this plunger out and sort of clean around it. Make sure it's working. I can hear it trying to work. Okay, guys. I did a whole bunch of cleaning and scraping and more cleaning. Now we're ready to start putting her back together. So, let's do that. And then we'll see if this thing will run. Okay, so I got the muffler all cleaned up. I got her all cleaned out inside there. I don't know if you can see that, but the piston looks really nice. And then I got that one of these studs was broke, so I found another one and put that in. See, I'll show you how these muffler bolts work on these XL12. See, it's just a big stud that has a thread on one end and then it's tapped on the other end. So you put these in first to hold the muffler housing on. And so yeah, what happens a lot of times is these start to loosen up and then this part seizes here and then people have a hell of a time getting them off and they end up stripping the threads out of the cylinder head. So just be careful with that. Okay, so those are snug, and then there's one more bolt there that I got tight, and it was missing the spark arrestor screen, so I had one of those too, so we'll put one of those in there just so it's all authentic. So that goes there, and then we'll put this cover on. Come on, get on there. This is actually a pretty decent muffler. There we go. And then we'll put these on. Actually, I think I'll get some anti-seize and put on those. So, here we go. We got everything all cleaned up. It's all dried out. The recoil's all working good. I got it all lubed up in there. So that should be good to go. And I tightened up the recoil a little bit too. It was a little loose. And basically what you do is you just pull it. Here, we'll give her another wind just so I can show you how you do it. So you pull out some rope to where your slot is like right there. And then just pull up, hook the rope like that. Come here, you sucker. It's a little tricky, but you can do it. There. So yeah, pull up your slack, see, like that, put a little loop in it, and then you can feel which way it wants to go backwards, and then you just take and just give it one more wind. Whoop! Like that, see? And then pull the rope back in. There. Now it's tensioned up. There, now it's tight. It's not a floppy. Nice. Okay, so what are we gonna do first here? So yeah, look, I found some nicer bar plates. Those other ones were pretty trash. These ones look like they're almost new. Look at that. We'll put those on there. Let's put this bucking spike on, because yeah, this thing was missing a bucking spike. So I had one of those laying around. You gotta have a saw with a bucking spike. I mean, come on. So yeah, let's put that on. Put our little bucking spike on. Where'd the bolts for it go? Right here. One there. One there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a nice example. And then we'll put the bar on it, or the starter on it, and see what kind of compression we got. So let's get these bolts tightened up. There, bucking spike installed. Let's see, did I do that right? Did I do that? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, yeah, that goes on the right side. Okay. So there's our bucking spike. We'll leave these off. Maybe we'll get it running and make sure it actually oils. I wonder if this is an automatic oiler. I haven't even... I wonder if it's manual only. Don't rightly know. I guess we'll find out. Okay, let's put the starter on it. So, our starter's ready to go. Pull the rope a little bit to get the pawls to engage. There we go. And then we got the long bolts. Go here. Yeah, this thing is loud. That's a nice looking saw. Eric's gonna love this thing. Short one goes up here. Don't run them in too hard. And then I always like to tighten them. Finish tightening them with the wrench. Just give them a little snug. There we go. Okay, starter's on. Oh, that feels good. Nice. She's looking good. She's looking good. And then we'll give her a final polish. Okay, now what? Oh, I was going to show you this muffler because I think we shut it off last time, but I always like to put a little on these muffler bolts and stuff that gets super hot and rusty. Put a little anti-seize on it. I'll make it easier when you ever take it apart again. A little of this anti-seize. This one has copper in it. They make silver ones too, but anti-seize is good on stuff that's hot, or I use it on lug nuts on cars. It just keeps stuff from galling and getting all bound up. And these ones we'll just hand tighten because they're sort of delicate. But yeah, that's the original muffler. I just wire brushed it, cleaned her up. This is a fine example, a fine example. I know I could sell this. I could sell this for some good money, but I like giving stuff away once in a while. I'm not gonna do it all the time. I ain't made of money, but I feel like I can do it when it's warranted. When I feel like somebody needs it or deserves it. Eric's a good guy. He'd give you the shirt off his back, so. Okay, look at that. Muffler's on. So, let's see. Let's put the handle on. So we got something to hold on to when we're doing our compression check. And what I do on these aluminum handles, you take a little steel wool. I usually like to use triple-aught, but all they had at the hardware store was double-aught, so that'll work. Oh, look at that, shines it right up. But yeah, see the steel wool, it comes in grades of, they have double-aught, triple-aught, quadruple, yeah, see here, all the way up to super fine. But yeah, steel wool is your friend on chainsaw parts, because you can really shine stuff up. See that? Give it some steel wool. And then if you really want it to shine, you just hit it with a little metal polish, which we'll do that when we get this thing all together. But let's put this handle on. So that just goes on there like that. Put a couple bolts in up here. And then two go on the bottom. Yeah, and that's cool. None of these screws are stripped out or anything. A lot of times they're all stripped out and trashed. And so yeah, that's cool. So we'll snug those guys down. These little guns are so nice. I just bought this like a couple months ago, and man, they're a lifesaver. Especially when you're trying to loosen like clutch nuts, flywheel bolts, stuff like that. It usually just zips them right off. You don't even have to try and hold the motor or anything. It is super handy. I wish I would have bought one a long time ago. So yeah, just snug those up a little bit. Give them a little snuggage. Okay, handles on. Oh, look at that thing. Isn't she pretty? Woo! Okay, let's see if we got... Let's see what we got for compression. Where's that socket? I always lose the dang... Oh, here it is. Little compression check, little compression check. So usually on these old saws, if you usually want about 120 or more on compression. When you start getting down to like 90 pounds of compression and stuff, then they're not wanting to run then. I think they basically say like 90 pounds of compression is about the minimum amount to where they'll run. So let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Whoa, look at that. Woo! 150, 160. Wow. That's nice. Okay, so we got compression. So we've got compression. We got spark. I think the next thing we'll do... Well, shoot, we might as well fuel it up and see. Let's put some fuel in the tank and then see if we can get it to draw fuel. Because I took the top off of this carb and just peeked in there, and man, it's clean as a whistle in there. So we'll see if she'll run on her own without having to do much more. So yeah, see these XL12s, they have a throttle lock here. You just pull the trigger and then push that in, and then that makes it easier to start. And then here's your choke and your oiler, ignition switch. So yeah, let's put some fuel in it. Get her soaking it with some fuel. And these old saws are weird. Sometimes you have to... I've noticed you have to sort of get the fuel up into the carburetor, and then sometimes it has to sit for a while to sort of like rehydrate the carburetor. Ooh, let me fill up my squirter bottle. Oh, she's gonna run. She's gonna be a runner, I know it. Better run. Clean up my little spill here. Okay. So let's see what happens with this thing. You guys ready? So yeah, she's back to almost a complete saw. Got a little more cleaning and picking to do on it, but let's see if it runs. Squirt a little fuel down the throat. Open the throttle so it pours in there. Ignition on. And usually here we'll just use the throttle lock and see if that works. Okay, let's see what she does. Oh, oh, oh. Look at that. She started drawing fuel. I didn't even have to fool with the carburetor. That's crazy. She's a runner. So what we'll do next is we'll sort of get this bar and chain cleaned up, get the chain sharpened, do a few more little fiddly things. We'll see if we can get the carburetor adjusted on it, and then we'll do some test cutting with it. All right, that's so awesome. Okay, Eric, this ought to get you excited, buddy. She's gonna be a nice little saw. Oh, look at that little gem. Woo! Okay, guys, stay tuned for the next video. We'll see if we can cut some wood with this thing. Until then, we'll catch you later.